You didn't think I'd miss it. Not in all age. How you guys doing? How you doing down the back? All good? How are you, Chris? Good to see you, man. Oh, hugging up. I've got to say, up until about 2 days ago, I had no idea that footage existed. Honestly, I never knew someone was filming it. Tom DeSanto was filming it. Someone dug it up. I think Brian made them find it, and man, have I aged. Holy crap. I've got 3 words for you guys. Old Man Logan. That's all I'm saying. Read into it what you will. Listen, it is 16 years since that day, almost, and I got to tell you, playing the legend that is Wolverine is the greatest part I have ever had in my life. I'm biased. I think he's the greatest comic book character ever made. And I have to tell you, I'm here today for one major reason, that is to thank all of you, the fans, because you are the greatest fans any actor could ever dream of having. You are the most loyal, most passionate. You are definitely the most honest, sometimes brutally honest, yes? When we haven't always got it right, you've told us, but you've always been there. And for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I also wanted to say thanks to the worldwide team that is 20th Century Fox, led by the man who's been there from the beginning, Jim Giannopoulos. Hey, this is sounding like an obituary. I hate this. I'm sorry. I mean, look, I know they killed off Wolverine in the comic books recently, but hey, in the movies, he's not dead yet.
What does that mean? What is in store?
Well, what is in store? I want to tell you so bad. But as I promised, this next time is going to be my last time of putting on the claws. One last time. And there it is. There it is. But honestly, this has been the greatest thing that ever happened to me, and I thank you guys, but I also, right now, I have to tell you that in this movie that we're going to make, it's going to be directed by Jim Mangold, the great Jim Mangold, and yeah, he's awesome. And we have so many great, and I can tell you that the people in this room in particular, the fans in this room, I think it's going to be the best one yet for you guys. That's what I promise you. So I also want to thank, before I leave the stage, I really want to thank one person who helped me bring Wolverine to life, who also gave me my very first United States film job, the one and only the amazing genius Brian Singer. Come on here, Brian. That is literally the first time I've seen you run, ever.
Ever. I don't run.
Are you okay?
I made it.
Paramedic? No.
That was very emotional. I had never seen that before.
I know. It was kind of wild. Look, you know that look on my face when I was completely shocked? Like, I had no idea, because I have never known more in my life that I had not got a job than in that audition. Because when I was auditioning, this is Brian. Okay, cut. I don't know. You want to do the second scene? You can do it if you want, whatever. I do the second scene. Cut. Okay, yeah, I really like it to work out. I'm like, what? Who is it? Never played poker with this man, that's all I can tell you.
I've never offered a man, a woman, or anyone a role on the spot before. It's always done through an agent or an offer or something like that. But at that time, I got permission, and then I walked up to you, I remember, and there was a camera there, and said, would you do this? And then there was an awkward conversation, and then, because they were, but it was complicated. But,
and I didn't have an agent. That's maybe why you came up.
Oh, that's probably. No, but also there was a discussion too we had on the steps, or after that, where I said, whether the film sucks or not, you'll be Wolverine for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So prepare for that.
Which I'm very happy about, by the way. So yeah, thank you.
God bless you.
But thank you, man.
Oh, thank you.
That was the moment that changed my life forever. That was one of those right turns that set my life in a way better direction. So.
Well, mine too. Love you.
Aww.
I'll leave you to it.
Well, hang out for a second. If you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to take over and bring out some of our friends, which if I am left to remember everyone's names, I will fail. So I'm going to leave it to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Here we go. Let's start off with, as Quicksilver, Evan Peters. Here it comes. All right. As Havoc, Lucas Till. As Jubilee, Lana Condor.
Yeah.
As Nightcrawler, Cody Smith McPhee. As Cyclops, Ty Sheridan. Jean Grey, Sophie Turner. Beast, Nicholas Holt. Professor X, James McAvoy. Mystique, Jennifer Lawrence. As Magneto, Michael Fassbender. As Apocalypse, Oscar Isaac. As Psylocke, Olivia Munn. As Angel, Ben Hardy. As Storm, Alexandra Shipp. And writer-producer Simon Kinberg. Holy craps.
Yeah, right. I see. No, I see how it works. That's good. No seats left. Got it? No, it's cool.
Well,
I got Michael Fassbender's card. I'm all good.
no, I mean, you don't, where you, well.
Yeah, no, I can stand back here.
Well, no, I mean, you don't have to stand here, but, you know, you might, I don't know, take a look around, you know.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
There's room at the table.
There's room. Can I sit on Jen's lap? What's that?
Well, I was hoping that was mine.
And we're done. Thank you very much.
I mean, that could be it.
Well,
Were you serious
Have a
about
good one.
that?
Hey.
Yeah.
It's great
Have a
to see
great
you.
one. Have a great one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Jackman!
Hugh, come on, wait. Hugh, sorry, wait, just
Let it
take
go,
a minute.
Brian.
Hey, wait,
Brian, let it
no. I just wanted to I recognize the fact that you've been in every single X-Men film.
Right.
Every one
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Up until the
Yeah. Old friend.
Always.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember who the video,
Yes.
emotional first
Yes.
role of your life?
got
Okay.
it.
All right. Have a good day. I'll see you.
It's like the
No,
awkward gift
okay.
that keeps on giving.
But you know my number because we
Okay.
exchanged that.
My people, your people. Okay,
Okay.
great. See ya. See ya.
Hugh Jackman again! Oh my god, how are we gonna get through all this? Okay, I think we can do it. I can barely see you all the way down there, Simon. Where's that? Hello, Austin. Where's Brian? Brian. There you are. Brian, in the middle. Over here. So just sort of walk us through a little bit and where are we and how does this story fit in with the X-Men canon?
Let me switch gears for a second.
Okay, here we're
Okay. Stop talking.
He's always like this on set.
They're always talking. I know. X-Men Apocalypse takes place 10 years after X-Men Days of Future Past in a completely different world. 1983, world has now accepted mutants thanks to the great heroism of Raven, Mystique, who prevented this gentleman from causing a war between mutants and humans. Mutants are, for the most part, accepted and embraced by society. In some places, not in every place. And so it takes place in that world. And that's where we find our characters. And we also find our characters in all very different places. And I guess they can talk about that themselves.
First of all, Mr. McAvoy, you have the dome now. So
Full dome.
how did it feel to actually take on that iconic part of the role? Did it make you feel like I am finally Professor X?
It's good because I can now say Patrick Stewart don't have on me. It's good. It's nice. It's what I thought I'd always do, like right at the beginning of X-Men First Class. But obviously we had different ideas. So it's nice to finally, even though we've messed with the character and we've put him in different guises and given him slightly different personas than you've seen him in the cartoons and in the comic books and in the movies that we've seen already ever since 1999 and 2000. It's nice to finally adopt that iconic look and pay homage to everything that made all these movies possible, whilst also trying to give it something different each time as well.
Excellent. For Jennifer Lawrence, are you more Mystique or Raven in this film? Do you think?
I'm more Raven, because as we said in the movie that you haven't seen yet, she didn't want to be the face of a world that she felt like didn't exist.
So is it, I mean, for Michael Fassbender, which side can you say where Magneto? Soak it in, let it happen. Where is Magneto? Which side? Can you hear me okay down there?
Yeah, I think he's kind of a guy that plays both sides.
Yeah?
Goes both
It's a
ways.
little misguided.
Yeah. It depends, you know. It's like depends on the day of the week. No, you know, he's always that kind of ambiguous sort of villain. So when we meet him in this first film, he's more of you know, a simple guy. He's just sort of living a normal life and has kind of hung up his cape and his evil ways, and that's where we sort of discover him, and then things happen. He gets sort of drawn back in, as Al Pacino says in the third Godfather. So it's
The best one, really.
Andy Garcia. So it's yeah, it's sort of a little bit of both, really. As always with Magneto, I think, you know, there's not, you know, his motives are in some ways justifiable. It's his methods that are kind of questionable. So we see both sides of it.
Yeah, I mean, because I mean, he does things that seem villainous, but I don't know if he's necessarily. I mean, I feel like he's a human character that just seems to want things. And sometimes it's hard to tell if those are for himself or just for you know, all of mutant kind. You know.
Well, I think, you know, what you're seeing is somebody who's developed by his experiences in life, and, you know, as we know from, you know, a young age, he experiences a concentration camp and sees, you know, his loved ones get taken away from him. So it develops a certain personality, and this is another level of that. In this story, Apocalypse, you know, he's trying to sort of lead a normal life. He falls in love, has a family, and from then on, things happen.
Excellent. Oscar Isaac, what can you tell us about Apocalypse?
What do you want to know?
Well, the whole movie right now, if you would tell me, but if
Okay.
not, what are you allowed to say?
Well, yeah, I played Apocalypse. He looked pretty cool, right? Yes, yeah, you know, he's, you know, it's basically this world that we have, it's not the world that should have been. God's just been asleep. And God wakes up and realizes what's happened and says it's got to change. And part of that is this character who, in the comic books, he's got so many powers, so many strange things that have never really been specified. And so for us, it was important to figure that out. But really the big one, I think, is the power of persuasion, because he has to go to incredibly powerful people like Psylocke and Storm and Magneto, Angel, and convince them that his way is the right way to go. And much like a cult leader, he sees people that need something, that are wanting something, and exploits that to a certain extent. And he gets these followers and you know, instills his plan.
Excellent. So just because our panel is, because it's very expansive, can I'll just kind of ask everyone the same question, if that's okay, and we'll just start with you, Evan, which is, who is your character to you? Like, when you would go into work, like, who do you see when you go into work? So who's Quicksilver to you?
Me in a wig. Me in a gray silver wig, who runs pretty fast.
Yeah.
But isn't going
Great
anywhere.
answer.
What else can I say? I don't know what I could say.
It's in the genes, darling.
I don't know.
Is that too tough a question for everyone
It's
to answer,
really
Brian
difficult,
Singer?
yeah.
It was saying he runs too fast, but never seems to be going anywhere.
Okay.
Like, I mean, eventually he does, but that's kind of who he is, at least at the beginning.
Excellent. Lucas, how does Havoc fit in?
You're in your parents' basement for 10 years, dude.
How does he fit in there?
Yeah.
What does he mean to me?
Yeah, but what does he mean to you, and how does he fit in? Do both.
You know what, man? I've been practicing, like, how many fans of Dragon Ball Z are in here right now?
Probably a few. Probably more than a few.
So I've been practicing that Kamehameha since I've been like 8 years old. And I thought that was how it was going to be on first class. And it was like hula hoops. A little disappointed. But I will say that I've been given a little freedom, and I've accomplished all the dreams that I've had as a little kid. That's what Havoc means to me.
Oh, please, please. Have you been up on Hall H panel before?
You know what's? No, I haven't. My
What?
first Comic-Con 6 years ago, I was up in the rafters. My buddy has a video of me. It was Peter Jackson and James Cameron, and they were on the panel.
Yeah.
And they go from them up there, and I was somewhere up there, right?
You'd be crawling around in the lighting, which is deadly. I don't know if that's a...
Wait, 6 years ago it was different. I swear I'm not lying.
No, of course. Was there a second story here?
I'm looking up there. I can't see now, but no, there was.
Oh my God, there's like 2,000 dead people up in the rafters.
That's where I was.
Supposed to be up there. Lana, what can you tell us about Jubilee?
This is much. I think Jubilee to me is the cool girl that, like, God, I don't think I'll ever probably be. She has a sick sense of fashion and an amazing jacket that's like so yellow and out there and bright that she's just cool.
Good.
That's what she is.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Cody, Nightcrawler?
Yes, Nightcrawler. I'd have to say I relate to him a little bit. He's had a bit of an emotional upbringing, dealing with his mutant aspects, as all mutants do. But he finds himself and owns himself, and he has a great stance in his faith, and he's also extremely happy all the time, and I think that's why his fans relate to him. So yeah.
Excellent, perfect answer. Ty, what can you tell us about Cyclops?
Yeah, Cyclops. I guess. He's shoots beams out of his eyes and he's angry. But I think what's cool about this is that the younger generation of mutants kind of get to explore these characters and who they are and how they became who we know them as in the previous X-Men.
Yeah? Alright, good. That was a very politically correct answer there. It's like stepping all around and further, I feel, peace for all. Like there's and babies are good. Hashtag puppies. Sophie, what did you feel, what was the responsibility coming into this, to this film, you know, as Jean? How did you approach it, and, you know, did you understand the weight of it coming in?
I felt quite a lot of responsibility, I suppose. I mean, Famke portrayed Jean so beautifully that I was just kind of like, gotta live up to that one, don't I? But, I mean, for Jean, it's exciting because I get a whole new kind of perspective on her in the way that, when we last saw her, she's like grade 5 mutant, right? She's like powerful. And it's exciting to be able to figure out how she, you know, got that way and how this alienated young girl becomes one of the most powerful mutants. And that's my history. I'm not bragging, which is pretty sweet.
Pretty badass. Nicholas, how now that you've lived with Beast for a while, where are you with him?
I can't concentrate because I'm still psyched about the Deadpool trailer. Hank McCoy, aka Beast. For me personally, I grew up watching the cartoon, so he's the guy that I loved in the cartoon, and now I get to pretend to be him, so it's cool.
Excellent. James?
I don't really see him as Charles Xavier or Professor X. I just see him as Patrick Stewart. And anything that he did, I try and do a copy. You know, I try and make it better. But be fair, he had some moves and stuff, but he's really old. And I'm only joking. He's amazing, and he paid for my house. You know, if he hadn't did what he did in the 99, 2000, then I wouldn't be doing this now, and a huge homage to him. I see Charles as empathy. You know, that's his greatest superpower for me.
And it's the ability to care and understand what other people are going through. And that's only been increased by all the chaos and trauma that he's been put through in the last few films. So every time he's connecting with somebody, it's profound, and that's the most important thing he has, way beyond mind control and way beyond the ability to read other people's thoughts. But yeah, he cares.
Excellent. So just jumping over because we talked to Jen and Michael and Oscar. Mun, Olivia. Someone's come a long way since Attack of the Show. Olivia Munn. We used to cover Comic-Con. We didn't sleep for days.
I know, but I can still deep throat a hot dog.
Oh well, then.
Mistaken.
That's. I don't even know if we need to ask you about the movie at that point.
So Ben, what did you think about your character? I moved on for it.
Okay, fine, Mun.
What was the question? It was.
You know, it's like seeing you up here, like on the panel. It's so.
I know, it's so fun. I love you.
I mean, what did it feel like to come into this? I mean, like you used to cover this kind of stuff, and now you're a part of it.
I know. It's like it feels like the mothership calling me home. It feels like it's like the coolest thing ever. And every time I get so excited to put on the suit, and I get so excited to train and do my sword training and my stunts and do all. It just feels just like it's just honestly it's like the coolest thing out there. What's so funny? Oh, we'll wait for you. We'll wait for you.
Ben, what can you tell us about Angel?
Dude, I have wings. Like, I have some serious badass wings, and that's the best thing about Angel. I feel like Angel is like every angry or bitter thought I've ever had, just embodied in one person. So yeah, it's great fun to play.
Excellent. Alexandra, coming in as an iconic character. Well, how was this experience for you?
It's been pretty epic. You know, with Storm, she comes into this and she's kind of lost. She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know who she is or how powerful she can really be. And, you know, she meets someone like Apocalypse, who kind of represents what a lot of people in Carroll look for, which is like a god, you know. And she's just finding her way, and hopefully she can find her way to the X Mansion.
Excellent.